Yo, welcome in, y'all. Hey, stay tuned. Buckle your seatbelts. It's a wild, fun episode here on the Sports Huddle today. I got my cousin Mad Matt, host of Just Unconventional Podcast. I'm grateful, Dave. Appreciate y'all being here this morning. I'm about to get directly into the daily verse and then get into the Sports Huddle rundown. Daily verse for the day of October 19th, 2024. Derives from the book of Psalms, chapter 123, verse 4, and the state says follows. We have had our full share of ridicule from the self-assured and the contempt of the arrogant. Amen. And again, it's from
Amen.
the book of Psalm, chapter 123, verse 4. And this morning, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be speaking about the Spartans football first win of the season in a dominating fashion. We'll be going over the WNBA Finals game for a recap, which I missed, which I was I was just so not happy about that, and it was a great
I
game.
did it again, dog. I chimed in right when that fourth quarter hit to catch all the madness.
Well, you got to talk to me then, because I mean the game was so long last night. I only will talk about that, but then we got
Man,
Thursday night football recap. We got NFL Week 7 preview. We'll be talking about the NBA Hawks season prediction, ideal lineups. Are they real contenders? NCAA football Week 8 recap and preview. October in Major League Baseball is heating up. National Hockey League, and then we got PCW and New Japan for our wrestling segment towards the end of the show. So make sure y'all stay tuned again from the Spartans Dominated win all the way to New Japan and PCW. I guarantee you won't regret it. So let's get it. So
mm-hmm.
last night, ladies and gentlemen, Spartan football of Smithfield Selma got our first win of the season. And honestly, this is my first. This is their first varsity win that I've seen in 2 years. But again, a dominating fashion, man. What a time to come alive. Homecoming night. Hats off to the offensive line. I mean, that's the best I've seen those guys block all year. I was talking to some of the players early in the game, and they really won one moment at a time. It was a lot of plays we still left on the field. It still was a lot of undisciplined football, but we still find a way to let it go and move on to the next play. And I'm so proud of these guys. They dominated Southern Wayne 61-18. Like I said, we left so much on the field, but what a way to be able to get our first win and build off something great. We have a great matchup next week against an undefeated team, and hopefully this win builds these guys up of their confidence of what they believe in our process and how we coach and how we prepare, and we have to continue to build on it. This is one game, and like I told them guys, and I don't like to be the party people, but I look at the bigger picture of things. Yeah, we won this game, but we still have so much to be better at. So if we always look at the better side to be able to come back and work to be better, because no game is never going to be perfect, never win or losses, but you can always work to be as close as perfect as possible. So, but I'm super proud of these guys, man. Like I said, play phenomenal football on each level. I don't even think we punted. Like, I don't even think we punted yesterday. You know what I mean? So I think, I just thought about that. I don't even think we punted. You know what I mean? So just super proud of these guys, man. And, again, defense play, hats off. We kind of, it was kind of a good game in the beginning from both sides, but then defense kind of settled in and we got rolling, and, guys were dominating the line of scrimmage. But again, hats off to our offensive line. They were creating holes. They were pass blocking. They were doing everything they need to do. But again, we still got little things to clean up. We had a lot of holding penalties. Just little stuff that we can control. Attitudes, things of that nature. But we're going to be better, and I was so proud of those guys to be able to show out in front of alumni, future Smithfield Selma Spartans, all that type of stuff. What a way to be able to have our seniors go out on top in a dominating fashion. And again, the love was there, the fun was there on the sideline, and it was just a great atmosphere to be a part of. And I'm so proud of those guys. So shout out to my Smithfield Selma Spartans. Again, I've been waiting for a long time to get on here to talk about y'all and what way to do it in a dominating fashion. So super proud of y'all guys. Go Spartans. So
Go Spartans, man.
my boys, man. Proud of them guys. Now, moving on to the WNBA final, game 4. I mean, it was a thriller. I didn't get to see it, y'all. Again, the game was long. The referees are terrible, okay? I'm not talking about the WNBA. I'm talking about high school athletics of North Carolina, all right? Suck. I mean, suck. Dude, who don't know how to run the clock? Who don't when the
Hell
ball
no.
is ran, the clock is running. I mean, we had clock issues for 3 quarters straight. We had to go up by 40 points to freaking make them run the ball, run the clock. Like, I don't get it. Like, it was madness. But again, we got the dub, man. That was one of the longest games I ever coached and been a part of in high school football. But it was well worth it. Again, we was dominating them guys from the first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter. So I wasn't complaining about it, but it kind of was. But it was cold. But yeah, it was a great atmosphere, man. And I'm super proud of those guys. So, but again, moving on to WNBA Finals Game 4 recap. Man, what a thrill. I'm just going to go over the stat lines, and then you can kind of tell me what you saw because I didn't get to see any of it. But I'm going to definitely be tuned in for Game 5. I believe that my eyes are going to be glued to the screen because
But a part of me, while I was watching this game, was like, I really hope there's a game 5, just because of how fun, just like chiming in these past 2 games, just watching this. I don't know what the hell people be talking about, dog. Y'all just don't like basketball at this point. If y'all don't like this shit, if y'all don't like this, if it's just missing Caitlin Clark. If that's all you missing, then you just don't like basketball. This is entertaining. Like, they are balling out here.
facts.
I'm talking about hard plays, everything, hard screens, all that. You thought, bro, you can't even set a hard screen today in the NBA. It's an immediate flagrant.
Nafisa. That's her name too, Nafisa.
Nafisa Collier.
Nafisa. Yeah.
They held her in check in the fourth quarter. I think she only had like 4 rebounds.
Well, this is the stat line. So the game was 82-80, Minnesota Lynx way. I do know that Minnesota got 2 late field goal, two late free throws that the lady made,
Correct.
which was clutch. So shout out to her, the young lady who made those free throws. But again, 82-80, Game 5 is being forced. I'm so excited for Game 5. Look forward to it. The stat lines is as follows. The scoring leader for the New York Liberty was Jonquel Jones. Jonquel Jones, she had 21 points and 8 rebounds. Then we had Liani Fibic. Liani Fibic, she had 19 points. And then the top 2 scorers from the Minnesota Lynx was Kayla McBride. She got a 3-point. She went 3 for 6 from the 3-point line. One of the best WNBA shooters, if you ask me. One on the top, one of them, yeah, it's a lot on for sure. And then we had Courtney Williams. She had 15 points. Played a pretty good game. She had 15 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. So it was a pretty balanced game. The Minnesota Lynx starters, they all averaged a little bit over 10 points. Again, they had 12, 14, 19, and 15 for the starters for the Minnesota Lynx. And the New York Liberty had 10, 11, 21, 19, and 10. This is probably one of Sabrina Ionescu's lowest score games I've seen in a long time to have 10 points. She's definitely going to have to do a much better job to help her team win because if not, Game 5 is going to be a cakewalk. They're going back to New York. New York Liberty have an opportunity to win a WNBA Finals championship their first time ever on their home court. Minnesota Lynx, they looking like, hey, we just won these last 2 games, looking to continue to go forward and play basketball. Well, not last 2 games, won the last game, but it's only 4 games. They split 2 and 2, but Game 5 is going to be a movie. Make sure y'all tune in. I'm looking forward to it. Game 5 is going to be this Sunday at 8 p.m. on ESPN. I don't know how many Sunday night football viewers we're going to have, but my eyes are going to be on ESPN at 8 o'clock. I'm locked in.
I cut off SmackDown, bro, to go and watch this, man.
Hmm?
Like, it's just that real because the games were so good. They're so good. The competition is like 100% tempo. Like, you can see it. But hey, New York Liberty had chances to win this game in the fourth quarter. I think there was a point where they was even up by 4. There was a point where they was trying to get up by 5. Minnesota even, they stormed back. They had a point where they was up by 4 and they was up by 5. I thought it was going overtime at first before the free throws hit because it was tied 80-80. A minute left. Nobody seemed to be able to score. Breonna Stewart, she did good for only having 11 points. Like, for only having what she had. Yeah, a double-double. I just like her game. But she just couldn't get those hard shots. They was playing tough defense on her and Ionescu. But at the end of the game, they tried to do it again. Put the ball in Ionescu's hands for that magical 3-pointer. Boy, my heart almost dropped. But when that announcer said, Ionescu for the win, I was like, oh, snap. Boy, my heart almost dropped there. I was like, man, she going to do it again? Is she about to sit here and tear the city up again with this? But nah, bro. It was a great game. Very competitive. Nafisa Collier, she wasn't really effective as far as scoring in that fourth quarter. I could say the same thing for Breonna Stewart. They was more effective on the other side of the ball. Like, Breonna Stewart had a nasty block. She was like, y'all not going up by 4. It was like, y'all not going up by 2. Y'all not going up by 4. She had a nasty block. There's another center on that team. She had a nasty block.
Who, Jonquel Jones?
Yes, nasty block. Nafisa Collier, she was on there getting boards on the other side, so she was getting all the defensive rebounds. her fourth quarter was mainly just defensive rebounds. If I was correct, it was like 4. She had like 4 rebounds in that quarter. But great defensive matchup. I honestly thought we was about to see some overtime. Like this made me. I was watching this last night. I was like, "Dang, bro, I need my cousin watching this because he know all these girls' names. He know who out here balling, everything." But yeah, Ionescu, they held her down. I remember what you said. If she ain't scoring 20 points, they ain't winning.
This
And
the
I was
lowest she done
watching.
scored. This the lowest she done scored, man. Like 10 points. I think this is her lowest scoring playoff game all year so far. I mean, but man, game 5 is going to be so electric. I don't know if it's going to be a blowout or if it's going to be an overtime thriller, but this game is whatever team comes out and is hot in the beginning, I think they're going to try to keep their momentum as much as possible and score baskets, intensify defense. That's like the mindset you have to have in game 5. You have to be able to fall on the ball, get on the ball, get on the ground for the ball, tussle, whatever you got to do to be able to get that ball back, get it in the bucket. I think it's the way we're gonna see on Sunday. So, I mean,
Yeah, I need Minnesota. They're gonna have to. They gonna have to, like you said, come out that gate hot. They can't have another game where they got to storm back in it.
especially
That'll be
not
like
in
what?
New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, well, that'll be what, 3 straight games? They'll have to storm back in this game to kind of help them pull off the win. I don't know if
Wow.
they want to do that in New York.
Man, October 20th is gonna be a movie, y'all.
Well,
Sunday,
it's a
8 p.m.
lot
on
going on,
ESPN,
boy.
game 5. This game decides the WNBA champion right here. Either Minnesota continue to solidify their franchise and add more titles, or New York Liberty, one of the first 3 WNBA teams to remain in their city like original teams. They don't have a ring. They're the only team out of the 3 original WNBA cities that had a team that don't have a ring yet. So
Mm.
I mean, it's a lot laying on the line, man. It's a lot laying on the line. All them ladies gonna have to give everything they got. It's no more after that. Everything is right in front of you. You're gonna have a whole off season to recover. Well, for the ones who going to the unrivaled league, you still have a couple months, but hey, it's all or nothing. I love game 5s. I love any game 7,
Close out games,
any
boy.
closeout game in any series or any sport. I love it. I love it because that's where all the marbles fall. Everything add up to that one moment. So you gotta win each moment as much as possible. So I'm excited about that. So again, game 5 is going to be on ESPN at 8 p.m. on October 20th. So it's going to be a movie. Make sure y'all tune in. We will have the winner on the new and the WNBA champion of the 2024 season announced on Thursday. On Thursday Sports Huddle this upcoming week. So make sure y'all tune in. Moving on to Thursday night football recap. It was a dominating performance. The Broncos just absolutely
Boy.
dominated. The Saints. I thought the Saints would score more points, but that didn't happen. The Broncos defeated the Saints 33-10. We have a full Week 7 slate as follows. We have our first divisional game for the Philadelphia Eagles. We go up against the Giants. The Giants host us tomorrow at 1 p.m. on Fox. We got an early morning game between 2 1-5 teams in London. We have the Jaguars with their second week in London. The Jaguars will be hosting the Patriots at 9:30 a.m. on the NFL Network. We got the Bills hosting the Titans with their new look wide receiver Amari Cooper there in their offense, seeing what they can do. We got the Packers hosting the Texans. This is going to be a pretty good game tomorrow at 1 p.m. on CBS. We got C.J. Stroud going up against Jordan Love and those young defenders and those young offenses, Stephon Diggs and those type of guys. Well, he's a veteran, but then we got a big game in the NFC North. We got the NFC North matchup. We got the Vikings, who are still undefeated, hosting the Detroit Lions, who are coming off a dominating win over the Dallas Cowboys. So they're looking to continue to build. They lost Aiden Hutchinson. He's out for the season so far. So them guys are looking to play for him and play strong and play violent and physical against a divisional opponent. Then the Falcons got a big game this weekend down in Atlanta. They got the Seahawks coming in. The Seahawks again are on a 3-game losing streak. So I know they're going to come in there trying to throw everything they have at y'all. I think Kirk O'Chain, as they call him, is going to be
Frost.
Kirky Frost, coming to rock and roll. So Atlanta will be a good place to continue to see what the Falcons are still built on. Looking to go 5-2 for a long time. I don't think y'all probably started 5-2 since what 2017, 2018.
Yeah, it had to be around Super Bowl time. It's been a minute.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
been a minute since we had a winning streak.
Yeah, well, hey,
Like, really.
got to keep it going. We got another divisional game. We got the Browns hosting the Bengals tomorrow at 1 p.m. on CBS. We got the Colts hosting the Dolphins tomorrow at 1 p.m. on Fox. Moving into our afternoon games at 4 o'clock, we have the Commanders hosting the Panthers at 4:05 p.m. on CBS. We have the Rams hosting the Raiders. We have the 49ers hosting the Chiefs at 4:25 p.m. from a Super Bowl rematch from last year. The Jets and the Steelers go against each other on Sunday Night Football. It's looking like not Justin Fields. It's looking like Russell Wilson will be the starter quarterback for Week 7. His first start of the season with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're looking to spoil the reunion between Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. So that'll be a pretty good game. 8:20 p.m. on NBC or Peacock for Sunday night. Then for Monday Night Football, we got 2 Monday Night Thrillers. The first game kicks off at 8:15 p.m. on ABC. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Baltimore Ravens. That should be a pretty good game for Monday night. And then we have the Cardinals hosting the Chargers at 9 p.m. on ESPN Plus. Nobody want to see that game anyway. So shout out to Lad McConkey though, man. Shout out to my boy. He out there balling. Go Dogs. So yeah, we talking about them today too, baby. But before we get into that, we're going to be getting to NBA Hawks season prediction, ideal lineups, and are they real contenders in the NBA?
Let me pull up this stand. Let me go pull up these standings right quick. You got to give yourself a refresh.
Yeah.
When it comes to that Eastern Conference sometimes.
No, both conferences are loaded. In the NBA, the NBA West Conference and the NBA East Conference. Also, October 23rd is the start date of the regular season for the NBA. So make sure y'all be on the lookout. Shout out to that boy Dalton Connect out of Tennessee, Laker player, going in that show, dominating in the preseason. Dropped 20 straight points to get the Lakers not their first preseason win, but a dominating win and a pretty good win over the Suns. So that was pretty cool to see. So.
Okay, all right. Man, no, because when it comes to the West has always been stacked. They've been stacked since I can remember. They're always stacked. The East always have probably about 2-3 teams. Now they seem like they only got one true contender until we see what Milwaukee can do with Giannis and Dame, because Giannis already talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna win a championship. I'm probably getting traded. He's already saying these things, and I'm like, let's not talk about that right now. Let's leave that alone. It's not like you guys are in a super bad situation. You still got weapons. You're still a very long, lengthy team that can play defense. You got Dame. He can score, but they talked about everything he was dealing with last year. And you still got Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Mm-hmm.
But the Hawks, I'm looking for them to surprise some people this year. I don't like the fact that Zachary Ricochet is the least talked about number 1 pick. I don't like that. I'm looking for them to surprise. I'm looking for Jalen Johnson, which I've been I already told you, I'm a Duke basketball fan, and the Hawks, they had that little run where they were just picking up Duke basketball players, and I'm like, man, dog, we could have just had we could have had Duke University down here in the A the way they was going. But it's cool. I look forward to seeing Jalen Johnson kind of take that next leap and be that guy, that 20 and 8, 20 and 10 type of guy.
Yeah.
For this season, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know, man. Like I told you yesterday, we was talking. I still feel like eventually they need to go and look for a versatile big. Go and get them a tall, versatile big to help them down there in the paint. But, I feel like they're going to surprise some people. Trey still don't get no love, of course. It's only because of his height. But then, like I always tell people, name me another point guard that can go out here and just decide I'm going to give you 25 and 12 a night. He can facilitate the floor, and he can go out here and knock down some threes. He spreads the offense out. So, I don't understand this. They can keep looking at his height. They don't say this about Chris Paul. Chris Paul, right there on the edge of 6 feet. Me and him probably look eye to eye. But he's respected in this game. I feel like Trey is going to be one of those, like I've been saying, or like I've been telling people, Trey is going to be one of those point guards that his value is going to continue to grow over the league, because they're going to need point guards that can just go out here and facilitate the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he can go out here and do that. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I feel. I feel like they're going to surprise some people. I know Jalen Johnson's in their starting 5. I've heard about that. You talked about the bench and how they got a stacked bench this year.
We do. I think the rotation is going to be great. So starting 5, I believe I seen earlier this year was Trae Young, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, and Clint Capella, and the guy we got from
Larry
Daniels. What's his name? What's the guy name? I don't know dude's name. I'm trying to put.
Was it Daniels?
I think it's that guy name. The guy we got from the trade.
He got drafted like a year ago.
Dyson Daniels. Yeah, Dyson Daniels. So yeah, right now we had they had Clint Capella, Dyson Daniels, DeAndre Hunter, Trey, and they had Jalen Johnson. That was the starting 5, which not a bad rotation. Pretty good size on that. especially with DeAndre Clint and Jalen Johnson. And then the rotation should be probably Kobe. Kobe Buff can probably run the one on that second group. They'll probably have Bogey at the two. They'll
Mm-hmm.
probably have Ricochet at the three. They'll probably have either Onyeku, Okongu. I'm trying to say his first name, but Okongu or Larry Nance at the 4 or 5. That's pretty much what I see for that second rotation. But who I really want to get more playtime this year is Muhammad Gueye.
Yeah.
Um, bro, gonna be a dog. Bro, gonna be a dog. He had a great summer league this year. I think he really made a lot of strides. He's a very athletic big guy, and I think he should definitely get more playing time. But uh, you know what's his name? What's the head coach's name? Quinn Snyder. Quinn Snyder has to figure out the best rotation for this team. But I think that's pretty much how we're going right now. Seth London is making weight. Also, he had a pretty okay summer this year, but we got Cody Zeller also too. Cody Zeller's on the team. One of the oldest guys on the team. Him and Bogey. But I think those
Mm-hmm.
guys contribute very well. You know what I mean? So I think we have a lot of good rebounders on this team with Clint Capella, Cody Zeller, Kongu, even Larry Nance Jr. Now, like I was telling you the other day, I think Larry Nance Jr. has a good opportunity to be able to spread the floor in that second group. Him and Okongu. Okongu has a pretty good 3-point shot too for a big man. So, um, you know, being able to capitalize inside and out for the first and second group of the Hawks, I think is going to give them a real advantage. Me personally, I feel like if they're healthy all season long, I think we win at least 50 games. I think we,
Hey, fam, you ain't gotta talk
I
to me
think,
over there in that cage.
I think we win at least 50 games if everybody stay healthy, like 50 to 55 games. If everybody stay healthy, I think we win. So, that should probably give us like the fourth seed in the East. But I think again, if these guys stay healthy, they buy into what Quinn Snyder is coaching and trying to have them guys execute. I think we'll go far.
Yeah, they got a lot of size this year compared to last year. Like
Hmm.
surrounding Trae Young, I like that. But
Yeah.
we always team that when the Hawks is like when they're good, they always tend to peak around that 3-4 spot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we could be good. We got that one seed years back when we got whooped on by the Cavs in Eastern Conference Finals. But I think we have a real opportunity, like I said, to play physical basketball, play smart, have good rotation. Honestly, like I said, I felt like Bogey should have started, but it makes sense. It makes sense. We got a lot of young guys on the team still too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our starters are under 25. We had under 30. Jalen Johnson, he's 22. Dyson Daniels, 21. Trey Young, he is 26. Jalen Johnson, DeAndre Hunter's 26. So Clinton Capella, he's the oldest starter on the court at 30. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a
Yeah,
good season.
this is a young team.
Yeah, a
It's a
pretty young
super
team.
young team.
So hopefully these guys continue to build off what Coach Snyder is implementing, and I think the energy is going to be there just because of the youth. And hopefully those guys can be flying around, fast paced team, making a lot of shots, turning our defense to offense, offense to defense, that type of thing, and just get on the roll. Get on the roll early in the season. Again, health is a big thing for this team. I feel like if we can stay healthy, I think we will win 50 games easily. So I'm excited for it. Again, the NBA season kicks off on the 23rd of October. Make sure y'all stay tuned in. It's going to be a long, exciting season. A lot of great
Mm-hmm.
guys were drafted this past year. A lot of great players are coming back from injuries from last year. Um, have you heard about Kawhi Leonard?
He got hurt again, right?
I don't know if he's hurting it. I think he's just still recovering. But
Oh Lord, man.
people been mentioning that he just might need to retire. I think so too. I don't think he played a full season of basketball since he's been a Toronto Raptor. And I don't even remember if he played a full basketball season then. You know what I mean? But like,
Bro, all we remember is he won a championship with Toronto. I think that year he did play a full season. Then after that, came to LA, he got the contract, and then here we go with all this stuff. And then he dragged Paul George with him into the whole sitting down and let's just look fly for the game while our team needs us. But I've been over this whole thing. Like I literally jumped on the bandwagon for them Clippers when they got Blake Griffin because I like Blake Griffin, and I stuck around when they got Chris Paul because Chris Paul one of my favorite point guards. I was like, oh okay, they building something here. Then they had Lob City, and then the first thing I didn't like about Lob City was let them be down 10 to 15 points and they don't know how to play basketball no more because all they know how to do is throw lobs. You guys got to play basketball. You got to stop. You can't just depend on throwing lobs and being ahead. Anybody can play good when they're playing ahead. Sometimes you got to come back from behind, and they don't know how to do that. But now it's like I really wish they would have traded him. I really wish Steve Ballmer would have got rid of Kawhi Leonard already. This is not working. It's never worked. We didn't accomplish what we wanted to accomplish. And you got a new stadium now, and I know you got to pay for it, but making this franchise suffer surrounding Kawhi Leonard and his stuff, I'm like, will he play? Will he not play? And your success is really depending on him a lot, and he's not available for you. It's time to go.
Mm.
It's time to go. This franchise, y'all got a new arena. Y'all trying to separate yourselves from the Lakers and kind of like be like, hey, we the Clippers, trying to have his own identity. But y'all not going to do that with Kawhi. You're going to keep getting clipped because this man can't play. He can't play a whole season.
It's true.
So, yeah, it's time to go. Like, retire? Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if this man retired. You were great when you played. You were a great two-way player when you played.
Yeah.
Two-time champion. You got your MVPs. You were a kryptonite a little bit for LeBron, but then that got shut down. So it's just like, yeah, let's go. Let's go, man. Get him up out of there. Retire or get him up out of there. Get something for him if you can. Somebody else will pick him up, and I'm pretty sure he'll do it all over again. He'll probably play half the season and then go back down. But let's end this whole thing. I'm honestly tired of even the Kawhi and Clippers conversations because it's like there's nothing to talk about. He only plays about 20, 30 games a year. The most we talk about is him sitting on the bench, what he's wearing. And I remember he said the reason why he really doesn't smile a lot. And it's a very sad reason. So I left him alone on that. But I ain't going to act like it's still not weird to see him smile. Like, it is weird. He looks just weird. Like, it's just not natural for his face. But let's cut this out. Let's get him up out of here. Like,
Hey,
he's not playing.
Shout out to Lonzo Ball. He made his return back to the NBA court a couple days ago. So looking forward to see if he continues to have a positive season. I know he's excited to be able to open the regular season up on the court and just play basketball again. You know, for people to be able to do something they love and gets taken away, it sucks. So to be able to work hard, to be able to get back to that point, I'm excited for him. So hopefully he stays healthy for the rest of his career and makes a great impact for the Chicago Bulls. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Also, what you think? What's your record prediction for the Hawks before we move on?
I'm right there with you. 51. I got 51, 52 games.
51, 52.
I think they're going to the playoffs. I really stand by the Hawks being a team that people are looking over because they're looking over Zachary Richardson. I don't know why he's listed as a power forward. I think they need to switch him to a small forward.
I think he'll be the 3.
Yeah, like ESPN, they got him listed as a power forward. I'm like, he's a little bit too small for that. Like, you
he
can't
well
put that
enough.
man down there with AD.
Nah, he don't well enough. He'll get dominated. But I think, him being able to move around the court, I think that'll help him out a lot. So, like I said, I think for real, the way we become contenders, I'm gonna keep saying, I'm gonna point at Clint Capella, man. Clint Capella has to find a way to find his Rocket attitude. When he was a Rocket, man, this guy played high level basketball. He was physical down below. He looked to fly around, and he's only 30. Dude, you're 1 year older than me, dude. Like, get it together. All right. I know you still got some youth and some athleticism. Some of your bad. And I hope Quinn Snyder really took emphasis of this guy this summer to work on his post game. He got to have something down there. You got to be more than just a lob guy and a rebounder. You got to be able to get the ball, demand the ball on the block, and make moves. You got to be able to make moves. So if he can do that, and if he's advanced to that level this year, I think we have an opportunity. But if not, hey man, put Larry Nance Jr. at the center. Larry Nance Jr. is a guy again who can spread the floor. He's going to be physical. He's active on the ground for the ball. Around the basket, he's active. You know what I mean? So like, I just feel like if Clint Capella doesn't work out these first 10 games, bring Larry Nance in. Maybe even Cody Zeller. Shoot, Cody Zeller guy. He gonna be aggressive on the block. He gonna give you rebounds. He gonna defend and he can shoot the 3 ball. You know what I'm saying? Clint Capella don't got no 3. All 3 of our other centers, they can shoot the 3 ball. Clint Capella can't. You know what I mean? So, but I think if we do that, I think we have a real opportunity to go play high level basketball coming next year. So,
I say 52 wins.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, NCAA Week 8 is here. It's a big week for the Georgia Bulldogs, but we're going to get into that.
I don't like the disrespect.
It's okay.
I don't like the disrespect.
It's okay. I'm enjoying it. I'm so excited for this game later on. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this game since, like I said, when we lost to them in that Sugar Bowl game, whatever it was, that 2020 year or whatever, I've been looking forward to play Texas for a long time. And I've been looking forward to play these guys for a long time because people think we sweet. People think them dogs are sweet, baby. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Carson Beck, I think it's going to be one of our most complete games this season. Like I said, Nick Saban, Kirby Smart was saying about how we've already played in a hostile environment I don't think Austin is going to be more hostile than Tuscaloosa. You know what I mean? Just because of the clash we have between Alabama and us Bulldogs, you know what I mean? But Texas is a new face in the SEC. My first time going into their environment. You know, when the schedule was dropped last year, I had this game circled. You know what I mean? I had this game circled. This was going to be a big game. I knew Texas was going to be a good team come to this season. I knew the Bulldogs, we were going to be the dogs, go out here and try to dominate. And I'm super excited for this game, so we'll get into that. But from Friday night football and the top 25 of college football, we had number 2 Oregon dominate Purdue 35-0. We had a thriller down in BYU. BYU was down late in the fourth quarter, and they had a last-second touchdown to get that game to win 38-35. So number 13 BYU survived that game against Oklahoma State. But let's go with the box score. I want to see what Gordy had. Ollie Gordon, he had 16 carries for 107 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns. So again, I definitely expect Ollie Gordon to be a first round pick running back. If not early second round for sure. This guy, he runs well, has great balance, physical runner, downhill, speed, good vision. So I think he's going to be a great pick going forward in this NFL draft. So be on the lookout for Ollie Gordon, and coming out of coming out of Oklahoma State. So now the full schedule is as follows for week 8 of the top 25. We have a thriller in the ACC between number 6 Miami and Louisville. That game kicks off today at 12 p.m. on ABC. We have number 10 Clemson hosting Virginia today at 12 p.m. on the ACC Network. We got number 16 Indiana hosting Nebraska at 12 p.m. on Fox. We got number 19 Missouri hosting Auburn today at 12 p.m. on ESPN. Shout out to the Army. Go Army. I used to be in the Army. Number 23 Army, they host East Carolina today at 12 p.m. on ESPN2. We got a thriller down in Tennessee. Number 11 Tennessee is hosting number 7 Alabama in the ACC thriller at 3:30 p.m. on ABC today. It's going to be a good game.
Got something to say about that, too.
Go ahead, cuz.
But the jig is up with the quarterback from Tennessee.
Sweet.
The jig is up, dog. Like, they kind of got to stop this. He came in first 2 games, and it was like, wow, this guy's going to be a phenomenon. They really haven't played nobody. Now they starting to play somebody. The man can barely throw $150. You can barely throw $150. The offense does not look like it was before. Like, honestly, I expect Alabama to run all to like kind of dominate these boys.
Yeah, me
because
too.
They can't score. They can't score against like SEC teams this year. Like, they're still sitting here giving all the hype around this player from the first 2 games, and I'm like, no, it's too far down the season. And then I saw y'all basically let a team score and then get the ball back, and y'all last play is you running out of bounds. There's no time on the clock. You're supposed to extend that play to try to win the game, and you out here running out of bounds. Y'all wouldn't have to do that if y'all would have took the 3 points and then tried to score. But no, y'all said, let's let them score. Nah, I feel like Tennessee kind of just holding the spot right now. Like, I don't think they're as good as, the media might think they can be, but it's too late for can be. We're deep into the season. You have to be now. You're playing Alabama, and what? Did that? Oh, yeah, they're on the road for 2 losses? But they're just making the playoff committee, giving them a lot to think about. A lot. They're going to have these 2-loss teams. They're going to have to sit here and be like, why should this 2-loss team get in the playoffs over a team that, doesn't have a loss? But, Tennessee lost to they lost to Kentucky or Vandy.
They're gonna have 3 losses. They gotta come play us still. So they.
Oh, bro, bro, I'm not even worried about that because it's just the way you see when it comes to Georgia. It's like you say all the time. They can flip the switch and then all of a sudden we back to being just super dominant. I feel like the competition has went up, but like you said, we are the most tough. We're gonna be the most tested team when that playoff come around.
I think
so.
This game tonight, well, this is gonna show a lot. This is gonna show who we are. This is gonna show, if we have a way cleaner game than what we had in Alabama, we're gonna dominate these guys. No question asked.
We got players coming back too.
No question asked about it. We're gonna dominate these guys.
Yeah, we got players coming back from injury. One thing they're not talking about with Texas is that they're down 3 running backs.
Oh yeah,
and I think they might be down there. They're starting. They're one of the top receivers for this game. They're down weapons.
I don't know excuses. You shouldn't even say that. I don't know excuses for them folks.
No, I'm throwing it out there because people need to. It's still no excuses. It's college football. You can put a true freshman in and they'll go crazy. I mean, it's college football, but still though, it's like it's not excuses because we getting players back. We getting players back on both sides of the ball, so we should be fine, ready to rock and roll. But this whole thing about, we're underdogs, I'm not rocking it. They want to pull up the historical record. Okay, yeah, one in three
Well,
against Texas?
1-3, yeah.
Yeah, but it's all spread out. Now we about to see each other every single year.
Facts.
So it's like let's just calm down. I ain't like some of the stuff I seen out the Georgia Bulldogs either. But you know what? If y'all want to piss off Kirby Smart and company, that's fine. If he come out and he come out and he talk about the team and he say intensity, it's over.
1-4, 1-4 actually.
1-4.
Well, we're gonna be 2-4 today. You know what I mean? So be on the lookout for them dogs. But
Bro,
moving
I'm
on,
just like, come on, man.
I think Carson Beck's gonna have a good game too. But we're gonna get there. I'm still on the slate right now.
Go ahead.
So we got again Tennessee, number 11 Tennessee hosting number 7 Alabama at 3:30 p.m. today on ABC. I think a sleeper game people probably overlooking is this Georgia Tech number 12 Notre Dame game. So Georgia Tech will be hosting number 12 Notre Dame today. They will actually be in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium for this game today. So I think it should be a pretty electric atmosphere down in Atlanta for the
Georgia Tech
Swarm.
down, they starting quarterback too.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, Haynes King, he out. He not playing.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a big opportunity for the next starter. Who they got? Let's see who they predicting to start right now.
Some name called Pyron or something like that.
Let's see what we got here. It's not showing. I don't know. Let's go to the roster, see what the quarterbacks. They got a lot of quarterbacks. Oh, Zach Perron, sophomore, 6'3". They got one quarterback at 6'7". Goodness gracious. What the? And he a freshman, dude. I got to watch him when he played. Dude name is Graham Knowles. Dude name is Graham. He is 6'7". Dude, I've never seen a 6'7" quarterback. I mean, you talking about see over the line. This man can see over the safety. Goodness gracious. Gosh. That's
be on the lookout for him.
That's gonna be a dog right there. 6'7", kind of gracious. Then we got a top 25 ranked matchup between number 22 Illinois and number 24 Michigan today at 3:30 p.m. on CBS. We got number 25 Navy hosting Charlotte today at 3:30 p.m. We got number 14 Texas A&M going up against Mississippi State today at 4:15 p.m. on the SEC Network. We got number 8 LSU going up against Arkansas today at 7 p.m. on ESPN. That should be a pretty good game also. We got number 9 Iowa State hosting UCF tonight at 7:30 p.m. on FS1. We got number 17 Kansas State going up against West Virginia tonight at 7:30 p.m. Of course, make sure y'all tune in. It's going to be the highest rated game of Week 8 for sure. Number 1 Texas hosting number 5 Georgia at 7:30 p.m. on ABC down in Austin, Texas. Horns down. Go Dogs, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know you about to get some tweets. You know you about to get some tweets for the horns down.
Horns down, baby. Hey, you know what I seen the other day? It was so funny, right? That when they had the horns down, they said the Texas logo sound looked like a vagina, like ovaries. How
dang
it did though. It did. You know, no cap. That was funny. So whoever did that, shout out to y'all, baby. Go Dogs. I look forward to seeing these guys, just really show up and show out. And just leave it all on the field. Kirby Smart spoke about, what group he was looking forward to having the best performance. He said the O-line, to be able to control the line of scrimmage, man, is going to do good for the run game and the passing. You know what I mean? So I think they come out. I think they need to put Nate Frazier in a couple sequences, couple series, his first drive. And, because he's a hard runner. He doesn't tiptoe. The guy, I'm looking forward to when he's really the ball carrier, the load carrier for his team at running back, because this guy's going to be electric, man. We got such a good young team, and that's the scary part about this too. We have a young team for this Georgia Bulldogs. Like, our team is young, and our recruiting class is like we keep getting recruiting cats, and these guys are being implemented to play football. So like we're young still. So and we still have a lot to work on. We still have a lot of room to grow, but we're still playing dominant football. So I think when these young guys, and this is the time right here where these young guys kind of settle in. Week 8, week 9 of the season. All right, we done seen how, they done had highs and lows, and now it's time to put it together now. So I think these guys put it together. I think it's going to be a dominant matchup tonight. I think we're going to at least score 34 points. I think Texas is going to have about 22-23, but I think the Dogs come out on top tonight, baby. So go Dogs.
You calling some big stops for a double-digit win. You calling some big stops here.
Defense coming to play tonight, baby. I think secondary is going to, play hard football. The front seven, I think they're going to dominate. I think those guys are going to pin their ears back. The defensive tackles, I think Ingram Dawkins, be on the lookout for Ingram Dawkins. I think that guy's going to have a tremendous game tonight. He has physical hands. He's very violent on that defensive line. So I think he's going to be giving those offensive linemen from Texas a big problem tonight. So be on the lookout.
We've been missing I'm sorry. We've been missing the player named Michael Walker, right?
Michael
He's been
Williams.
out.
Michael
Michael
Williams.
Williams.
Yeah, he a
He been
dog.
out with
Yeah.
an ankle injury.
He's been in and out. So Smile Monday
Oh,
also. So we looking to have them guys back on
respecting
the
that.
field tonight, man. So I'm looking forward to these. Like I said, Kirby Smart said the other day, this is why guys come play for Georgia. To be in games like this, to be in moments like this, to say, hey, I'm putting this G on to go represent me and the people before me, and we this G, represents domination, hard work, intensity, commitment, all those type of things. So I'm excited for the Bulldogs. A big opportunity for those guys. A big opportunity for Texas. If Texas end up winning, this is a big opportunity for them to show, hey, we are here. We belong in the SEC. So I'm excited for tonight's game. Be on the lookout. Again, the game kicks off tonight at 7:30 p.m. on ABC. Go Dogs, sick 'em, and let's do it, man. Make sure y'all tune in. And then tonight for our last game in the top 25, we have number 21 SMU going up against Stanford tonight at 8 p.m. on the SEC Network. So make sure y'all tune into the Thursday Sports Huddle to get updated information. A lot of games this weekend have big playoff implications. So make sure y'all stay tuned in and be on the lookout. Dogs on top, baby. Moving on to October in the Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball, American League Championship Series and National League Championship Series are intensifying, getting wrapped up on the way. From Thursday games, October 17th, we had the Guardians win and force game four. Well, it was been game four anyway, but they didn't go down 3-1 until yesterday. But we had the Guardians defeat the Yankees with a thriller in overtime. We had a walk-off home run from the Guardians to win game three, 7-5 against the Yankees. We had the Dodgers dominate the Mets 10-2 on Thursday night to go up 3-1. For Friday games, October 18th, we had the Mets come back and dominate the Dodgers 12-6 to force game six. We had the Yankees go up 3-1 in their series. The Yankees defeated the Guardians 8-6. Game 6 today, Game 5 for the Yankees Guardians today kicks off at 8 p.m. tonight on TBS or True TV. Again, the Guardians are trying to force a Game 6 and keep their postseason alive, and the Yankees are trying to close out and get back to the World Series. Let's see the last time the Yankees been to the World Series. Yankees
Ooh, I think it's like
last
2009.
World Series appearance. It was 2009. Look at my cousin, my man Smart. Yeah, so they will be having an opportunity to go back to the World Series. This is going to be Aaron Judge's first World Series appearance if they get there. He's been a big part of those guys. Get to where he's at. He's had a pretty healthy season so far, so he's looking to continue to amplify that here in Game 5 tonight, again on TBS at 8:00. And the Guardians are looking to hold on and get some more magic from Thursday game. So we shall see. And then Sunday game, we have Game 6 from the Dodgers and the Mets. The Dodgers will be hosting the Mets at 8 p.m. on FS1 on Sunday. I'm looking forward to the Dodgers getting there just because I like Freddie Freeman. I had the opportunity to meet him when he was a rookie with the Braves. That was my 10th grade year, and I played first base. He played first base, and that was cool. We met a couple Brave player that year. That was pretty dope. But I got some tips from him, so I like Freddie Freeman. He's endured a lot with him and his family. So I think he's playing, his son and those type of things. And Otani, he's been having a great postseason so far, also. So I'm just looking forward to the Dodgers handling business, but the Mets not gonna roll over. The Mets been
Right.
playing great baseball all year long, and they haven't fell short in the postseason of playing good baseball. So I think game 6 is going to definitely be a thriller, and hopefully this series goes to Game 7 also. So the Dodgers looking to close out, the Mets looking to survive. So make sure y'all tune into the Thursday Sports Huddle to get updated information from Games 5 of the American League Championship Series and Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. Moving on to the National Hockey League. National Hockey League from Thursday and Friday is as follows. Thursday games, we had the Kings defeat the Canadians 4-1. We had the Devils over the Senators 3-1. We had the Lightning defeat the Golden Knights 4-3. We had the Canucks defeat the Panthers 3-2. The Capitals over the Stars 3-2. The Blue Jackets defeated the Sabres 6-4. The Rangers defeated the Red Wings 5-2. The Blues defeated the Islanders 1-0. The Oilers over the Predators 4-2. The Blackhawks defeated the Sharks 4-2. And the Kraken defeated the Flyers 6-4. For Friday games, October 18th, we had the Hurricanes defeat the Penguins 4-1. We had the Jets over the Sharks 8-3, and we had the Avalanche defeat the Ducks 4-3. For today's games kicking off at 1 p.m. October 19th, we have the Senators hosting the Lightning, the Predators hosting the Red Wings, the Stars hosting the Oilers, the Panthers hosting the Golden Knights. The Maple Leafs will be hosting the Rangers tonight at 7 p.m. on the National Hockey League Network. We have the Devils hosting the Capitals, the Canadiens going up against the Islanders, the Flyers hosting the Canucks, the Wild going up against the Blue Jacket, the Blues hosting the Hurricanes, the Blackhawks hosting the Sabres, the Bruins going up against the Utah Hockey Club, and the Kraken hosting the Flames. For Sunday games, October 20th, we have 3 games on the slate. We have the Jets hosting the Penguins, the Sharks hosting the Avalanche, and we have the Ducks hosting the Kings on Sunday night on the National Hockey League Network at 8 p.m. So make sure y'all tune in for the ones who enjoy hockey. And now we'll be getting to some PCW information in New Japan from Mad Matt. Again, make sure y'all go check out Just Unconventional Podcast. My cousin dropped an awesome episode the other day on about representation in the WWE. It was pretty dope. So make sure y'all go check it out.
They only see green, dog.
Only see green. Well, they blue is blue now. They want them Benjis, them blue scripts.
Bye. They only see blue. So it's just like wherever color the money is, that's what they see. That's all I can really say about that. Everything else is kind of deep. That's a rabbit hole right there. I tried to tell my homeboy about that like a couple months ago when he was trying to get on me about it. And I was like, bro, you can't pull my black card, dog. I understand that you just found out you got a little bit in you. You can't pull this black card. I'm just trying to tell you how it is. I was explaining to him at one point. I said, bro, you realize that you're talking about a group of people that is advocating for Sexy Red to be on wrestling TV every single week instead of a black wrestler. So I said, it's deeper than what you think. Don't let the social media stuff fool you. Like, don't let that stuff fool you. But on the task at hand, I just want to start this off by saying Zack Sabre Jr. did it. He is bringing the gold home. The title was coming home on Sunday. I'm going to start off with Royal Quest. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to see it live because I'm going to be over at Platinum Championship Wrestling about 8 minutes up the street. But Zack Sabre Jr. returns home to London with the gold, and he's already defending it. They're not wasting no time. He got a match against Sonata. Sonata is another wrestler. Give me 1 second. Why y'all guys pulled up the one from another year?
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, if y'all want to know some wrestling information, man, make sure y'all tune in to my cousin, Mad Matt. Make sure you give him your Facebooks, all those type of things where you're more sociable and you speak about things on your, offline. But again, you want to hear some great wrestling information, great sports talk. Make sure y'all tune in to Just Unconventional Podcast. He drops great episodes. We'll definitely have some episodes later on this year as the basketball season continues to ramp up. Football season continues to get closer to the playoffs and those type of things. So make sure y'all tune in and be on the lookout for Just Unconventional Podcast.
Yeah, because I got to unleash some things here. I get too caught up in everything else outside of life. But the past couple of weeks, the one word I like to wake up and use is structure, because structure will help you get a lot of things done. So trying to get back to my roots. I'm calling this the redemption arc. I've been saying I lived the villain arc for most of the year. I said, it's time for the redemption arc now. I told Bay that. She was like, what you mean? I said, I done did the villain art thing. We done did the being mad about stuff and, being stressed out and all this other stuff. It's time to clear the mind, thank the Lord, and let's keep building. Let's keep building and let's keep doing stuff. Absolutely. You got to start every single day out by thanking God, bro. If you don't know what else to do, start the day out by thanking God.
Tell him thank you. That's right. All praises.
Exactly. But the card goes as follow for New Japan Royal Quest, and you can also watch this on New Japan World. I know I sit there and I always say watch however you want to watch, but let me just put over New Japan World for a second. If you want to get into New Japan Pro Wrestling, I highly recommend just going ahead and dropping that $10, getting New Japan World. It's available on Roku, and it's also available on Fire TV. I'm sure it's available anywhere else that they actually use smart features, but you get the past, present, and the future. They got a lot of great documents. A lot of good matches over their history. You can go back and watch Hulk Hogan versus Antonio Inoki from 1970 if you want to. They have a lot of good stuff. They drop free content, and then you can keep up with everything they got going on. And New Japan it's the ish, dog. It's just that. But first matchup, we got Taiji Ishimori and X. I have no idea who he's bringing in as his partner, so that's going to make things interesting. Versus a tag team from over there in London called CPF, Joe Lando and Danny Black. This is my first time hearing about them, so I'll be glad to check them out when I watch the show. Boy, they they putting women's on the card. There's no reason for you to have an IWGP Women's Championship, and we barely see it. Stardom just gets to hold all the gold, and you own Stardom. You own the all-female company, the biggest all-female company in all-woman company, or Joshi Pro Wrestling. You own the biggest Joshi Pro Wrestling company in Japan, and you're not putting them on your show. We need that because you got a whole title dedicated to them, and they got belts. But yes, I am so happy that they're putting these girls on the card because they can go. Second match, we got Mina Shirakawa, which I love Mina Shirakawa. I know a lot of people love her for her sex appeal that she be doing over in AEW, but her wrestling skills, people need to pay attention. That girl can go. Yeah, Mina Shirakawa and Kanji. I haven't seen Kanji, but I'll be glad to check her out. Versus Azumi and Danny Luna. Okay, so Danny Luna went over there to Japan. Good for her. Then we got Kosei Fujita versus Michael Oku. Oh my God. This is about to be nuts. This is about to be crazy. Kosei Fujita versus Michael Oku. And by the way, guys, Michael Oku is probably going to AEW. I'm not surprised. If you work with New Japan or any company that works kind of side by side with New Japan from other companies, you guys are probably going to AEW. I'm not surprised. No hard feelings here. You just got to know what you're getting into. Don't be like when people used to go to WWE back in the day, where you feel like you're going to be the guy that changes everything and you're just another guy that get lost in the sauce. You kind of like garlic powder being lost up in the onion powder, salt, black pepper, and all the other seasons that you put in a really good stew. You just getting lost in the sauce there. My boy Drilla Maloney is back. I have not seen him in a while, but he is a killer. Yoda Tsuji, also a big fan of Yoda Tsuji. Yoda Tsuji versus Drilla Maloney. I did not know Drilla Maloney. No, Drilla Maloney, are you 2-0? No. Yoda Tsuji's 2-0 against him. That's going to be a very good one. Shota Umino versus Callum Newman. I'm sorry, because this is my first time actually reading the card. I was just going to go into Sunday and be surprised about whoever was going to be on the card, but now I'm just even more hype about tomorrow when I get back home. I might have to pull me an all-nighter, stay up and just watch that. That's going to be crazy. Ooh, David Finlay versus Taka Michinoku. I don't know why we're having this. I guess it's the build-up to Taichi because he just came back. But yeah, David Finlay versus Taka Michinoku. That's your sixth match on the card. Tag Team Turmoil. LIJ. Well, no, this is actually a six-man match. LIJ versus TMDK. Tetsuya Naito, Hiromu Takahashi, and Titan versus Riho Oiwa. Which, I've seen Riho Oiwa. I know who he is. They call him, born New Japan, raised Pro Wrestling Noah, which Pro Wrestling Noah is another company in Japan. They have some good stuff too. Very good company. But he's back in New Japan. He had a match against Shingo Takagi for the Never Openweight title. And honestly, I thought he was about to take the gold. The kid's only 25 years old. He wrestled years beyond. Like, I told my boy Justin the other day, by the way, shout out to Justin Nipper. And if you also like more wrestling content from all over the world, look up a thing called Write That Down. Like, it's one of my favorite shows to listen to when I actually sit down and listen to a podcast. So much great history. From that show, I actually found out The Rock wanted to have a run in Japan. He wanted to go on tour in Japan before he went to Hollywood because all the rest of his family has wrestled in Japan before, and he just wanted to continue that legacy. We're talking about, like, back in the early 2000s. So it's some very cool information. He's on YouTube. Write that down. But, yeah, Riho Oiwa and Robbie Eagles and Mascara Dorada. That's a Lucha Libre wrestler. Mascara Dorada. That's got a six-man match. Oh, boy. Another match. Strong Openweight Tag Team Championship. TMDK Shane Hayes and Mikey Nichols versus Tomohiro Ishii and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Also, fans of Tag Team Wrestling. Motor City Machine Gun finally made their debut for WWE last night, and hopefully they can kind of help fix this tag team division that needs some help and some actual tag team names to help carry it. And your main event, Zack Sabre Jr., he's bringing home the gold. The gold has come home. Zack Sabre Jr., your new IWGP Heavyweight Champion, versus Sonata, who gets the first shot. And that will be your main event. Royal Quest is going to be on tomorrow on Pro Wrestling. New Japan World. Give me 1 second. Okay, so when it shows up on New Japan World tomorrow, they're only going to have Japanese commentary. English commentary is going to come as follows, which I'm not mad at that. I'm still watching anyway because when you're listening to Japanese commentary, when you're watching matches, you kind of focus more on the matches because you don't know what's being said. Mm-hmm. But you're still trying to catch it. But that's everything for Royal Quest. So I can put this phone down. We here now. Platinum Championship Wrestling. I have not been there in like a month. I think 2 months since everything happened. We back. Me and Bay, we're going to be in the building for this. If you are listening to this and you are in Georgia, you're in Atlanta, Monroe, Jonesboro, Gwinnett, Conyers, Covington, Stockbridge, I don't care where you are. if you can get up to Highway 20 in Conyers to catch out PCW for Turn the Page, their biggest show of the year, I highly recommend it, especially all wrestling fans. I highly recommend it. It's going to go crazy. They have a lot of cards. They have a lot of matches on this card. They got the Platinum Royal, which is like a battle royal coming up, which is going to have Chad Skywalker, Dominique Stuckey, which I actually met Dominique Stuckey at I met him at an award show earlier this year. He's a pretty cool guy. He was even telling me about his time in NXT when he was an extra down there. So he's always cool to talk to. And then I love talking to people that like anime because I'm a big anime fan. So when I meet people that are like bigger fans than me, I just love to talk to them about anime and their thoughts on the way it's going. So we have the Battle Royale, the Platinum Royal. Winner of that gets to face the PCW champion anytime of their choosing. So I got a feeling that people are going to go home mad on Sunday night because that just leaves the door for surprises. Whoever wins, I will not be surprised if they try to jump into this main event and ruin something that we've been waiting on for a while just to kind of get some heat. Then we got ERC versus DJ Smoke in the street fight. We have an intergender match. There has been a rivalry going on between a lady named Rose Gold. She was named the Women's Wrestler of Georgia last year versus Nathaniel Vanderbilt. They had a little thing going on where they was like a tag team, but they also shared a belt. But they are officially done. They having a no-holds-barred match, so this means somebody's going through a table, somebody's getting hit with a chair. We might see Rose Gold go through a table, but it's still cool to see a women's no-holds-barred match at PCW because they get down up there. We have a flag match for the King of the Party Championship. J. Alpha Miller, he always, he's a former military man, so his character is more so surrounded around the military. I love it. He's an incredible wrestler. People kind of get drawn up into his heel work. Incredible wrestler. But him versus Edward, a flag match is, I'm assuming the flag is on the pole, and you got to go and you got to get it down.
Gotcha.
Most of the time, that's what the flag matches be. Personally, I'll just say put the flag in the corner, and whoever get it, beat the hell out of the person with the flag. He's going to be on the stick, beat them up with the stick, take the flag, and hold it up afterwards. But, yeah, J. Alpha Miller versus Edward Draven in the flag match. William Huckabee versus Lamar Diggs. This match is going to be, I hope the ring don't break, boy. It's two big guys. These are two big dudes, dog. And Lamar Diggs, he is intimidating. Like, bro, you come out and your music is I'm about to throw some hands. Bro, you like 6'6", 6'7". And the funny part is he's a nice guy. A lot of these guys that like really big, like those big guys in wrestling, they be nice guys. The man had a match one time and then he came back out and he sat in the crowd. He was sitting next to me and my girl. We was watching wrestling. I'm like, this guy's a really nice guy. But when that bell rang, dog, he vicious. I see the man send somebody to the hospital with a nasty power bomb. Like, he is vicious. So William Huckabee is coming. Yeah, William Huckabee coming to face Lamar Diggs. That's going to be great. And we have the PCW Dealer's Choice Championship. My boy Trey Shaw. I met him at Walmart because I had to tell dude how great of a wrestler I think he is for his age. He's not even 25 yet. And he's one of the trainers up there at PCW. Incredible wrestler. I love his grit, intensity. I try not to be one of those guys to be like, I hope to see you in WWE or AEW one day. If I ever talk to him again, I'm going to tell him I hope to see you in Japan. Your style fits Japan very well. Like that strong style, hard hitting, no nonsense, suplex you on your head. I love wrestlers like that. And then what I have been waiting on for a year now, or maybe more than a year. I've said it on your podcast. I've said it on my podcast. I said when Nagicism faces Hunter James for this PCW championship, it needs to happen at PCW. Nowhere else. This is where it needs to happen, and it's finally happening. I've seen their video package. They've been a rival for about 3 years now, wrestling all over this state of Georgia in multiple types of matches, and the PCW championship is on the line. Nagicism versus Hunter James. This is my pick for wrestling match of the year in Georgia. Anybody that's listening to this who is a professional wrestling fan, if you're just a Georgia local independent wrestling fan, I know there's a lot of promotions out here. There's some in areas that I can never go to because I believe the sundown towns are still real, and they are. But this is it. Oh, they are. Hey, man, they know where to find me. SIJ Wrestle or Just Unconventional, Instagram and Facebook. We can talk about it. I'll show you the map, so we can talk about it. But Nagicism versus Hunter James. This is going to be the match of the year for Georgia. I'm glad it's happening right down the street. I expect to be just blown away by everything that's going to happen in this match. And honestly, while Naja has been holding on to this belt for over a year, it feels like he's been holding on to this belt since I started watching PCW. Hunter James, it's been like they just been building for this for the moment, like for a long time. Every time he shows up, especially as a face, and just a quick sidebar, I hope he turns heel when he wins the championship because he's a better heel than he is a face. He gets a big pop as a face because he has to look for it, the music for it, the attitude. In ring, he is one of the best wrestlers like I've seen in the state, and he's under 30. It's a lot of good wrestlers like in this state, cuz like it's a lot of them young, hungry. Like I don't know where they getting all this training from to get these guys ready at this young age, but they are ready. But yeah, Najicism versus Hunter James PCW Championship. Turn the page. It's gonna be Sunday. I'm gonna be in the building. My girl, we're gonna be in the building. It's gonna be lit. I cannot wait for this main event. And I forgot to say everything for Trey Shaw because I got so wrapped up. PCW Dealer's Choice Championship. Trey Shaw is going up against former stablemates Duncan Mitchell and Cedric Terrell. So Eastside Ronin is gone, which I'm like, dang. I actually like Eastside Ronin. It was cool, to actually have people from the East Side, Miller Grove and all that. It was cool. But yeah, Eastside Ronin is done. Trey Shaw is the champion. Duncan Mitchell wants his shine. Cedric Terrell is another guy that I feel like people should really watch out for if you watch independent wrestling in Georgia. He is very, very good. So that triple threat match is going to be great between former stablemates. But yeah, that's everything I got. PCW, they normally load their shows up on a app called IWTV, Independent Wrestling TV Network. And that's not going to be loaded probably for like another week or so. So after this gets done and when they say we're going to put the footage out, I'm probably going to be sharing it, but I'm excited, dude. This is going to be crazy. I'm just excited that we're finally going back, and I'm going back for the biggest show of the year because I always feel like if you miss time, whether it's in person or you're watching stuff online or like watching wrestling in general, anytime you've been away for a while, sometimes the biggest shows are the best ways to get back into it because the biggest shows going to have the best wrestlers and the biggest storylines, and they're all culminating. So it's just like you're seeing the start of something new and the end of something old. So I'm excited. This is about to be crazy.
It's gonna be dope. No, I'm excited for you, man. It seems like you always have a good time when you pull up to the shows, and like you said, to be away for so long and now to come back at an epic time, it's gonna be dope. So I look forward to definitely looking at your Instagram and seeing your clips you're gonna put up there because I know you're gonna be, doing some story feeds. So I'll be tuning in and looking, man. So.
Oh yeah, we got a new phone with a better camera. Definitely. We in there.
Grateful Gab family, man. I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. Again, shout out to the Spartans. Go Dogs. Looking forward to the Eagles, continue to get our first win in the division this year. And, y'all be on the lookout, man. Be on the lookout for the Falcons Seahawks game. That's going to be pretty good. Be on the lookout for the NBA season kicking off next week on the 23rd. So, yeah, make sure y'all come back to the Thursday Sports Huddle to get some more information. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for Examining the Scriptures here on the Grateful Gab podcast. Y'all be blessed. Have a great today. As always, give God glory for today. It's a lot of people who didn't wake up today, and God gifted us the gift of life. Take the best advantage of it. Get closer to Jesus Christ. Get closer to our Heavenly Father Jehovah, and make the best of it. Love y'all. Be blessed. Take care. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.